Hello, this is Spartan bringing you the Altitude Team Liquid Open being played on the European server. This is the finals between 5-game finals between Strelok on the mouse team and SeleCT. Map will be Lost Temple. Strelok is the blue Terran in the southern position, and SeleCT, the Korean player who lives in North America, playing the red Terran in the north position. Strelok is a Ukrainian, and in fact his name, Strelok, that's the protagonist of a Ukrainian RPG game called Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. I don't know if you've played that game, but apparently Strelok has. And we see the 9 supply going up for Strelok, 10 supply going up for SeleCT and Strelok. Pretty standard Terran build. Both of these players are, very cookie cutter Terrans. They play straight macro games, so we're probably going to see a head-to-head matchup. Big metal, siege tanks. There's going to be any tricky play here. No cheese. These are straight-up players who like to play it straight. You're going to see standard builds in all likelihood. And there's the 12 barracks going up for Strelok and 12 barracks for SeleCT. SeleCT's been doing really well recently. He's been winning a few tournaments. Likewise, Strelok's won a few of the ECL Cups. In general, SeleCT had an easier time in this tournament. He beat Tyler and Drafter. It was Drafter who beat HeyPro, and HeyPro defeated QXC. So those were a couple of favorites that SeleCT didn't have to play. Strelok had a tough time. He had to beat both Kiwakaki and Tarson to get here. Tarson was in the semis. So there's the Scout, and it looks like we got the orbital commands going up for both sides. Second supply depot. Marine coming out for both sides, and it looks like that Scout got denied. And over here, that Scout's going to get denied too, so there isn't going to be any free scouting for anybody at least. And factory's going up, and that's the 20 factory and 20 factory for Strelok as well, and the second gas going up for Strelok, second gas going up for SeleCT. These guys are twin brothers, I swear. I mean, it's identical builds, identical timings. And meanwhile, we got the SeleCT's Marine hanging out the Zelnaga, and Strelok looks like he's not going to hang out at the Zelnaga. He's just going to go back to his choke. Scouting patterns were identical for both sides. You can see the shadow pattern on the mini map. They both just made sure there was no cheese, no one trying to cheat to the gold, and so they went and checked out the golds and then came back. Factory is down for both sides. Starport going up. So we got a 1-1-1 build. And it looks like we got a starport going up for Strelok as well. And the tech lab. Okay, so it looks like there's the first difference. SeleCT's going to start off with a Hellion, whereas Strelok's going to start off with a siege tank. Ooh. So we have a little variability there. I wonder who's going to win that matchup. The tank. Anyway, the... no research going down on the tech lab, so probably what we're going to see is maybe a switch out of the starport in the factory, and same thing here perhaps. Banshees? No, it looks like Strelok's going to skip the Banshees and go with a Viking, whereas SeleCT's got the tech lab going down right now. So after putting out that Hellion, he's going to switch now, and maybe he's going to get a Banshee. And there it is, Banshee and Cloak going up. And Strelok's going to know all about it. And how's he going to react? Oh, counter scan. Strelok's considering his strategy now, thinking carefully. putting his starport, and it's a Raven. That's how he reacts. So he scans, sees the tech lab on the other starport, and builds a Raven. There you go. That's called scouting and countering. There's the Hellion. What's that Hellion going to do? Oh, he's just going to hang out at the Xel'Naga Tower. All right, scouting Hellion. That's what you want to do with your Hellions. They got a lot of mobility, so just use them to move around the board. If there's anything better than a SCV as a scout, it's a Hellion. And there's the first Banshee. Oop. And the cloak is being researched. Should complete any time now. Oh, look, there's another Banshee there in the upper left. Other Banshee is going around the other side. Select likes to do that. Oh, no, that wasn't a Banshee. That was a SCV putting down an Expo. So Select's going to get the first Expo. Although you can bet Select's building another Banshee, because he likes to do double-pronged Banshee attacks. Like, instead of sending in his Banshees as a pair, he sends them in on either side of the base. And so here it comes. It's waypointed in. And there's the first victim, poor guy. I'm in a heap of trouble, but the Raven is ready, and he's got a Viking too, so that Banshee is going to eat dust. But you can see, oh, there's the other Banshee. So while they're killing off that Banshee, or trying to, the second Banshee sneaks in and cloaks while the Raven is away. Ooh, there's one kill. Boom. Going for a couple of Marines, maybe. He just got one SCV, though. And the Viking and Raven are coming back, so only minor losses for Strelok there. Looks like Select's going to take the midfield position. His Banshee escaped, but got severely wounded. And he's got a third Banshee now. And an SCV. Where's the SCV going? Looks like he's going towards the Banshee. He's got a long trip. Your mission, should you accept it, is to repair that Banshee. Okay, meanwhile, the third Banshee is coming in, full of energy, and picking off FCVs. Strelok has no answer, because his Raven is up here with his attack force. He's just sort of chasing... See, Select just ran away, and so, meanwhile, this Raven is just chilling. Now it goes back into action. And there's another Banshee. A lot of Banshee harass. And that Banshee's going to get taken down too. So the Raven kind of came back just in time. So Strelok's kind of grabbed the midfield position and has fended off those Banshees. In terms of unit loss, he isn't doing that bad because the Banshees are so expensive. So he's kind of doing okay. In the income territory, he's doing bad, and the reason why is that Select just got his Expo up a lot faster. So on a macro basis, Select is winning. So Strelok needs to either do a contain or something to catch up in the mins area. If we look at production, it looks like Select's going to be getting concussive and the stims. So it looks like he's going to be going ground army. Maybe heavy marauder. And double gas going up on his Expo. And another tech lab going down. They put the supply depot here because this is a drop location. This location is out of sight of the main, so you want to have like a little depot here to spot any drops by your opponent. And Select is mustering his units, and there we can see marauders coming out. And we got a few Marines for Strelok. And a couple of SCVs. So I guess what are these SCVs going to do? One's going to hit the Xel'Naga Tower, one's going to go to the right, and one is going to go to the left? To the left. These are rogue SCVs. They're like, get us out of here. We do not want to die. They're like defecting. They're deserting. They're deserters. All right, so we're gonna have a little bit of a duel here. These Vikings are very important because they spot for the tanks. You need Vikings to spot for the tanks. So we have a little Viking duel here. There's the point defense drone, PDD, that'll protect against Viking shots, for example. So those things last for a minute. And there's what the SCV is doing. He's building a sensor tower. Meanwhile, SeleCT has got a little medevac. And let's see what the medevac is going to do. The medevac can't see the tower, and the tower can't see the medevac. If he just put that tower a little bit to the west, he would have been a lot better off. Oh, and there's another one over there. So now we know what those SCVs were doing. They weren't defecting. They weren't deserting. They were building missile turrets to protect against drops, which it didn't do effectively at all. And the drop is coming in, and we got 4 Marauders going to take out a supply depot. All right. Now, luckily for Strelok, he's got his home. This is the home defense force here, and he's going to have to use his SCVs. Ouch. So you can see Strelok took a few losses there, but still was low mins. So you can see Strelok's a little bit ahead in the army battles, but he's behind in the income, and army value is about equal. So sensor towers are going up for both sides. If Strelok had put that sensor tower up before the missile turret, then he would have known about that medevac. And it looks like he's still holding the midfield position. He's still keeping up those little point defense drones in case SeleCT tries to make a push. Meanwhile, you can see SeleCT totally oversaturated on his main. He would be more ahead in the minerals if he wasn't so oversaturated. Even the Expo. The Expo is not doing that bad. He should move some more SCVs over to that Expo. Okay, so here's the push. Push is happening, and it looks like a lot more Marauders for SeleCT. So those Marauders are just taking out the armor. And he used his Vikings, too. Very clever Viking use. He put his Vikings down. They absorbed some shots, and then the Marauders did the rest. So very good Viking use by SeleCT. So that gave him the advantage in that battle. Look at units lost. So SeleCT is equalized on the units lost. So he came out slightly ahead. He's got a bit of a macro advantage. He's got a big army advantage now after that battle. He was producing that whole time. So Strelok's got to start producing big time to make up for that loss. Looks like he's got a tech lab going up, so that might be on the starport. If we... Oh, what's going on over here? Ooh, that poor SCV never had a chance. What's this guy doing? Where is he going? Aha! James Bond, should you accept it? Your mission is to kill this sensor tower. Mission accomplished. So Strelok is not going to worry about that. He's just going to keep reinforcing. So we got tech labs going up for both sides. What's he going to use the tech lab on? Okay, tech lab is going on factory. Tech lab is going on both starports. So it looks like we're going to be seeing some Banshees coming out for Strelok. Banshees are on the way. And he's clearing the gold. SeleCT's taking the midfield position, and he's taking the Island Expo, but he hasn't got any SCVs there. He looks like he's putting up some defenses, doesn't want to get raided by a Banshee, and or by any of those Vikings, so it's just going to be pure mules for now. And maybe this guy has a couple of Marauders. What he really needs is a bunch of SCVs, because you can see he's getting oversaturated there, and just completely oversaturated there. Like he's got like 15 SCVs on idle. Okay, maybe see, this is already saturated. These guys aren't going to do anything. He needs to get these guys over to the Island Expo. And what do we got going on here? Just hanging out and watching, doing nothing. Bond is hanging out too. And it looks like SeleCT's taking a page from the Strelok's book and putting up some point defenses of his own.